everybody, it's Christine and it's day 7 of 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. And I'm finally coming into one here that seems easy. It's got this horizontal photo. It's got a couple little pieces here with a scallop border. Of course, you can do any kind of border, but border. It's got little embellishment clusters. It's kind of neat. And then a little square on top of here. I'm not sure how I'm going to make that work exactly because of my photo here, but I do like this circle journaling or title thing. That's kind of neat. I have to think about that, but anyways, what I have is a picture of us. It's me, my husband, my bonus mom, and my dad. This was New Year's Eve this year. So we have that, and what I mean by that square there is if I put a square, I'm going to cover her up, so I may have to kind of organize that a little different. But what I pulled out, I thought this was like a New Year's Eve collection because it's the January 2023, oh shoot, I just dropped my scraps everywhere. January 2023 hip kit, and I thought there was stuff in here about New Year's Eve, but I might be wrong. But I did also pull out some color, these color, I've said this before, their kits will have similar colorways depending on what month and this and that, and I found this one, which is from 2022. I don't know, it's earlier in the year and I don't remember what it is, but it's got some different little pieces and stuff I think might could be used. Found these hearts, these puffy hearts, and I did pull this one out from last year's because it says New Year on it, and I'm thinking, can I do something with that? I'm not certain. I don't think that'll curl around, so I may have to kind of play with that, and maybe it goes in the bottom right or something. I don't really know. So that's what I'm starting with. Oh, and the other thing, I thought for that little square here, I thought I might could use one of these pockets because it's cute. I don't know which one because, you know, whatever. I have to start working on it. Oh, this little denim one's really cute. But I want to use these pockets. I hadn't figured it out yet. This is too cute, y'all. So let me get to cutting. Oh, my papers. Oh, I can't believe I forgot to tell you. There's this blue grid paper. It's not this kind of grid, but it's this kind of ledger. So I think I'm going to make this the base to kind of go with the, oh, that makes me a little sad. I didn't realize on the back of that. Well, it is what it is. We shall be using this one, I believe, as our grid. Because I don't see anything else in here. This one's a little too much. And that's not really a grid anyways. I don't think anything else in here is going to work. There's a pink one. What do I think of the pink one? No, I like the blue better. It speaks to me. All right, let me start cutting some stuff up here, and I will come back on in a moment. Okay, gang, I have mounted my photo. I've double matted it. I put it on like a turquoisey blue that kind of matched that blue ledger paper. And then I used a pink, it looks kind of animal printy, but it's kind of little bitty pieces. So, but it's kind of pink, right? So I've separated the two blues, basically. And I've got my big, what is this called? It's Creative Memories, like extra large circle or something like that. And it was perfect size to make my little circle with the pencil mark. And I did that. I did it really lightly. I do erase. I started to say delete, y'all. I do erase it later. And I have a little bit of erasure marks on there, but I'm not going to worry about it. It looks kind of cool anyway. So I did that. And then now I'm just kind of using, I had a couple little scraps. And I started to try to use some of these scraps, but it was the same papers I had matted the photo in. And I'm like, well, I don't really want to use the same papers. So I started digging. I'm like, well, I haven't really cut into enough, which, y'all, that's a problem. I have a serious problem with too many pieces of paper over here. And I didn't want to cut into any more. Y'all, I'm ridiculous. So I thought, well, I've got these branding strips here. I think I'll pull these branding strips out. Because I had one small scrap that worked, which is that kind of multicolored one. And I thought, well, I'll try to use these branding strips. It's a little smaller than the sketch, but it's okay. I think it looks pretty good, actually. So I pulled out a couple of these little branding strips. Now, in a minute, I'm going to run over and pull out a tool that I bet y'all haven't used in a really long time. If you have used it, I want you to comment. You'll see it in just a minute. But first, I'm going to mess around with these little pockets here because I'm thinking, I've got to use one of these little pockets. And I see this blue one here, and I'm going to cut it away from the sheet. I don't take it off the sheet yet because I figured this thing's going to be kind of sticky. And sure enough, it was when I messed with it later. So I just cut it out of the sheet first because I want to make sure it's what I want it to do. And it wasn't going to be too big because, as I mentioned in the beginning, the little square it showed in the sketch, if I really did what it showed, I was going to end up covering up my bonus mom. I didn't want to do that. So I've got my little pocket. And I'm thinking, okay, that's going to look cute. And I fiddle-farted around with these branding strips for a minute. I'm like, okay, I got them have the right length and where they got to go and all that. So I do trim these down because they're a little too long, obviously. And I just kind of fiddle fart with this stuff, organizing it and, seeing where it's going to go. And this is where I've run off to get those scissors. And I didn't tell y'all that a minute ago, but I pulled out shape cutting scissors, right? And I've got this little scallop. Now, I did kind of mess up because if I'm honest with you, I intended to cut it as a scallop to match the sketch, but I reversed it. So I ended up with a reverse scallop, but I don't care. It's okay. It looks cool. So I'm going to put all that down. I'm going to organize. I'm going to use a little bit of double-sided tape in a minute to kind of get that stuff to stick together. But I really like how this looked. Like I said, I think it's a little bit narrower than the sketch was showing for this little cluster of things. But I like it, and I'm happy with it. And I've got all my colors going on there. I'll tell you real quickly about this picture while I'm farting around with this set of stuff here. This was at my dad's hospital New Year's Eve. My husband and I went over there, and I kind of got in, I shouldn't probably confess it, but I'm going to confess it. They had given him, like, he'd had a swallow test or something, and they were telling him he could eat, but he was supposed to only eat, like, mushed up foods or something, and he's been sneaking food, if I'm honest. Because I've been sneaking it to him. But this time I went ahead and made him a full-on charcuterie board, y'all. It had meat and cheese because he just loves cheese, and he wanted all, he was real excited about it. And I brought it in. We had this whole big old board of stuff. And so we had that for New Year's Eve, and we sat and visited for about, 4 or 5 hours, I think it was. So we had a really good time. We did not stay till midnight. That was entirely too late. We're too old for that. But we did have a good visit. It was a fun time. So that's where we are. Unfortunately, it's not a great photo because it was a selfie, and I think my bonus mom was kind of moving around, and so she's a little bit blurry or whatever, but it was the best of I took two, and this was the best of the two, so it's all right. I think my husband, no, I was doing it. I don't know why. I just didn't do a good job, I guess. So I got this little pocket, and I'm like, okay, I like my little pocket here, and I put this little bow on it, and I thought that looked cute. I was kind of looking at, there's all kinds of things you can do to assemble these little pockets, but that's what kind of struck me. I like this. I don't want to overly decorate here, so I've kind of got that. And then I will find in just a second, there's a little tiny label looking thing, and it says a little gathering, and I like that. I'm going to stick that on the pocket. And I'll end up gluing that in there toward the end, but I'll set it up there for a minute. I think I find it in this little pack of ephemera. I was really pleased I found these ephemeras. They were all in the same colorway. I actually stuck them back all together to get in my envelope over here when I restocked, so I can use them together again. So I stuck that on there, and then I find this little thing that says, can't put into words, thankful. And I really like that, it had a little circle on the sketch. Now I'm going to actually find a little tag in a second, and I'm going to put it behind that thankful. And I like that because it kind of grounds it, and it's kind of given the sense that it's not round, obviously, but it kind of poofs up or pokes up over the top, and I like that. I don't know when I find it. Oh, here it is. And so I'll stick that behind there, and I like how that kind of looks. Now, I'm going to also pull a little dog out, but I don't know if I do that quite yet. I might not should tell you because maybe I should tease you a little bit. But there's going to be a little dog on here too, and you're going to wonder why in the world is she putting a dog on here? Well, I think it's a little bulldog. It might be a terrier. Y'all, I'm not really a dog person, so I can't swear on it. I'm thinking it's a bulldog, and I'm just kind of doing that because my dad's a little bit of a bulldog. He's stubborn as crap, so that's why that dog ends up on there, but you'll see that in just a minute. Now, I did go on my font, and I've got my title here, and I decided it was going to be Goodbye 2022, and I did have to go get into a separate set of fonts for my 2022 because the blue did not have any numbers, but that's okay because I found this purple that goes just perfectly with the little purple that's in the multicolored paper and all that kind of stuff. But it says, Goodbye 2022. We won't miss you one bit. It was a rough year for the family. So I'm just going to put on there, we won't miss you one bit. I thought that was kind of a cute title, if I'm honest. And I'm pleased because this goes around my circle. Now, I don't make a full circle. And when you see the final layout, I kind of like it. I think it's unique. It's a little different. Of course, the sketch had it going all the way around, but I couldn't think of anything else to add to my title anyways. But I really kind of liked how this turned out. It's kind of a neat little, I don't know how to explain it, but it makes my brain happy when I look at this layout. I'm not going to lie. This one, I was pleased with this one because I had the one yesterday that I struggled with. I was on the struggle bus the whole time, and this one just kind of came together naturally. Now, there's not tons of embellishments. There's just enough, I guess. Which, a lot of times I kind of like to add all kinds of things. I can be a more is more kind of girl. But this one was kind of simple, and I really liked how it turned out. I'm not going to lie. I think it's really cute. I love the colors. I just love the message of it. And I think my title was funny. So I enjoy it. But I'm almost done. I'm going to get my title screwed down. Y'all, I'm not using a screwdriver. I'm sticking it down. I'm going to get my title stuck down here. And then I think that's when I start doing my pocket. I'll do my pocket in just a minute. I don't know why I did my pocket last. I had it kind of ready to go, but I think I knew I was going to come in here with some more ephemeras and stuff, and I wasn't 100% sure where everything was going to end up. I'm also going to get into my little sticker deal right there because it says Happy New Year. I think I glue all this down first, though. I do put the pocket up on foam, so you're going to see me put a little foam behind there. And I will also put, can't put it into words, thankful, that little phrase up there. I'm going to put that on foam as well. I just kind of thought that looked neat with a little bit of dimension. So I put my little pocket on there, and that works out really cute. Oh, wait, hold on, I'm going to pull the backing off. Let's see, what have I got going on here? What am I checking out? Oh, I forgot to put my little label on there. I think I could glue that on there. Oh, I'm poking my hole out of my tag. I'm just kind of getting all my ephemera glued down where I had it now. It's not like I'm having to think through it, except I go, oh, shoot, I got to put some foam up behind it. I started letting it down. I go, no, you need a little foam. I have to put a little bit of foam on here. And then let's see what I got going on. My messaging is going off crazy over here. Y'all probably hear little chimes and stuff. It's that time of day. You know, people they gotten off work or whatever, and now all of a sudden they're texting and messaging and all that kind of stuff. All right, so there's my thankful, and then here's where I'm gluing my little label down on my pocket, and then I'm going to pull out, there's my little, wait a minute, where's my little dog? I think I'm looking to see where I want him. Oh, gosh, y'all. I start to put him up there, and I end up putting him by the little pocket. He pokes out behind the little pocket. I think that looks really cute. And let's see, then I'm going to end up getting into I do one more little thing. I get into my little chipboard phrases. Oh, wait, no, my apologies. I pulled this thing that says Happy New Year out, and I kind of struggled with it for just a second. I'm like, I kind of want it on here. I thought to put on that right-hand side, but I thought, you know what? My title is a little off. You know, I like kind of how it is already, but I thought, you know, I can add it right there, and that looks kind of cool because it's kind of it's a little hard to see in the video, I think, but it's a very dark purple. It's like a darker purple, and I'm thinking, well, that kind of brings in all these purples together, so I kind of liked how that looks. I'll put a little bit of foam behind it as well, and I'll stick that next to Goodbye 2022 and pull that off there. And then I think it's when I glue down. Have I glued down that little old dog? I don't know yet, y'all. I got to put the little dog down there. Maybe I have, because I got to pull up my foam. Wait, I have one more little. Y'all, I'm sorry. I'm rambling all over the place. I'll pull out these little foam hearts, and I'll put one. I think it's in each of the little spots she had the circles is where I've kind of got them. So I put one up there over the pocket. I put one to the left of the little dog. And then I put one in the upper tag up there. Now, I think hers was on the outside of her circle, but I put it on the inside there. There we go. And then I do have one little piece that says little by little. It's a little chipboard word, and I'm going to stick that on the left-hand side over there. It's that's not really technically on the sketch anywhere, but I kind of in my head, I'm thinking little by little, my dad's getting better and things are going hopefully back to normal. So that's what the little by little means to me. And I erased the pencil marks off camera, and I thought about a little mixed media to kind of cover them, but then I changed my mind. So you are going to see the completed layout now. I'm going to slow it down for you, and it's, like I said, it's actually kind of simple, but I actually love it. I'm not going to lie. I think this is so cute. I really enjoyed this sketch. So that one was a success, I think. Well, you guys check out the playlist. Make sure you're watching everybody, liking their videos and all that good stuff. And we will see you tomorrow. Bye.